That like synth patch is like the sound of the album. You know what I mean?
My air conditioner broken.
Oh,
Dude, it's literally just like last year. Remember when you came to my house last year? My air conditioner was broken.
It was broken then?
Remember when it was hot as balls in my house? Remember that?
I guess it was like the last thing I was feeling that night. You know what I mean?
Facts, facts, facts.
Facts, indeed. um. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Shroom Review. We are doing Tame Impala Currents today.
Yes.
It's that one album with all the squigglies and the marble, and that one song from TikTok that everybody likes.
Yep.
Yeah, I had heard a few songs from Tame Impala, and overall,
Best album ever.
oh,
Or it's a good one.
yeah. And I guess from what I heard, I was kind of like, oh, Tame Impala is kind of cool. It was never like something that was like super gripping to me. And after listening to this album, I feel like I kind of have the same opinion, if I'm being completely honest.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll get into this later, but I kind of think that... No, actually, no, I'll bring this up at the end. It's okay. What about you, sir?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I like Tame Impala. I think he's a pretty good guy, and his surrounding men are also good. But I do understand what you said by that. But I do think that it needs to be recognized because it
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, there's stuff I like playing. There's stuff I liked about this that I definitely like. I'm gonna bring up when the time comes.
yeah, and it brought a lot. But I mean, all in all, this is a
And then
really
you froze.
good album. I mean, it's very good. And it definitely deserves recognition, and it definitely really does deserve like a spot in like musical history because it is quite good.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely like one of the like really significant albums of our time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some good.
To answer the boyo, my favorite is probably
The ending one, which title I can never like 100% get down.
it's New Person Same Old Mistake. No, my favorite one's either Eventually or Yes I'm Changing.
Yeah.
To answer you, boyo.
Yeah, those are probably. I can't believe it was. Yeah, those are probably my two favorite tracks as well. Do you want to just hop right in?
Yep.
So we got Let It Happen. And it was cool. I actually, maybe this is kind of like a weird reference, but for whatever reason, I was getting like Killers vibes from this. Like the band Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. If like, I think, I even wrote on my thing, on my like notes that like somewhere like I need to listen to like specific songs again to kind of like fully absorb things. Because even with like 2 listens I did ahead of time, like some stuff I feel like I still just need a little bit more time to appreciate.
Yeah.
This is one of them, but I can tell, like, there's something I can tell that, like, tells me that this is, like, a really good song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, like, got such a good up-tempo opener and some kind of weird brooding intensity that you don't really see much else. Like, it...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say.
Yeah, so this song to me is like Star Wars turned into music. Like you listen to it, and it's just like holy shit, the special effects and the all this shit. Like you're on like this adventure of just like cool things. You're hearing all this cool shit put together into this super long, like journey through sound, which is basically what Star Wars is a movie. Star Wars is basically just like hey, like in the first one, like the 70s, it was just like, hey, let's take all of the cool shit that we can do and just like do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like make it a big old thing, and
Yeah,
and it ended up being like the most successful film series.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Um, Nangs,
Nangs.
Nangs.
So Nangs is actually about whippets.
About what?
Whippets.
Oh,
So whippets is the name for when you take an empty whipped cream bottle and you like either spray it into your mouth or up your nose and you just like huff really hard and you actually get like super high from it, but it's like really bad for you. Like really, really bad for you. It's basically just like huff, like how people like huff like all
yeah,
this. Yeah,
like glue and shit. Yeah,
yeah. So that's what this song is about, actually, or not about, but it's like inspired by.
I'm glad I knew that. I feel like that's like a track record with me and you, just like not knowing that, like me not knowing that certain songs are just about drugs.
Yeah.
Like,
Shroom. But
yeah,
yeah.
no, it's
So
literally called Shroom Review, and I had no idea.
this is a really good track. Like I listen to it by itself sometimes. I mean, just like the way that this is mixed is freaking awesome, and the drums in this album are insane because
Yeah, they do be punchy.
it's like a drum set, but also an electric set, but also like a beat, like a rap beat, hip hop
Yeah,
beat. So it's just like really cool how it's done, and just like, just I mean, like this album just has a lot of like, like machine noises that just make you feel so like lucid, like weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's a good one. I like.
yeah, it do be the vibe. I was just gonna say Nang's like on its own. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I don't know like what else to say about it other than like yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like when we were kind of going through like the Killers songs, like on the Killers album, and just being like, yeah, this one's cool, and then kind of moving on. Like that's kind of how I feel about Nangs. But then again,
Mhm.
that's like it's a cool song, like 6.57 out of 10. Like
Mhm.
cool stuff. Um, I think after that is when I kind of get to the first song where I'm just kind of like, eh, which is
Mhm.
the moment.
Yeah, the moment's not my favorite.
It's one of those things that like you mentioned the drum sound and like you hear it on other tracks where it's like really like it's intense. It's very straightforward and intense. And frankly, 12/8 is just hard to do. Hard to make straightforward and intense. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you're always going to be competing with somebody who's going to just start singing like "Hold the Line" or like "Somebody to Love" over it, and it's like never going to be 100% like like serious. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of heard it and it kind of just went in one ear and out the other, and I just notated that the 12/8 was kind of whack.
yeah.
Yeah, you feel the same?
Um, well, I really like the disco vibe to the song, and I do like the when the vocals come in, like the in the
Yeah, yeah,
end.
yeah. I'll give you that.
That's fun, and the it's getting closer part is really good. It's getting closer.
See that? I don't know. I kind of found that annoying, but
Hmm. Yeah, I like that part, but the rest of the song isn't really that good to me.
noteworthy. Yeah,
The instrumental, I just the only thing I like about the instrumental is like the dance aspect to it, because
yeah,
like with the rest of Tame Impala or like the rest of their discography up until then, like this is the first taste you get of like a dance song by them, and now he just makes a bunch of dance songs.
yeah. Which I mean, the dude knows how to vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The dude most definitely knows how to vibe. Like we say, the Doors would never fail a vibe check. This guy would ace every vibe check.
yeah, but he would ace the same vibe check.
The same vibe check.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, the checker of vibes. Um, yes, I'm changing.
yeah. Okay, I love this song.
Yeah, yeah, the song's great. Even the first listen, I was like, there's some like really good stuff going on, and then second listen, I was just kind of like I just spit like a huge amount all the way over there. I don't know if you saw it.
And
Um, yeah, no, but this Yes I'm Changing is like really cool. Just the lyrics too, probably the best song lyrically on the album.
yeah,
And it's really not that much. Like it's kind of just like over and over. But for some reason, when it switches chords, you like feel that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's got some kind of like boom that makes like the whole synth texture-y thing that the album's going for like really just kind of come to life in full bloom. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
I think, yeah, I just like how much of a build up this song is. Because at the beginning, it's really good, and it's just like cool, cool, like cool vibe, and then the nothing left that I can. It's just like
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
holy shit, it's so good. And yeah, just like it's like really sad sounding and stuff, but it's like kind of cheese sad, but also the lyrics are so good and so like sad that the cheese is good. Yeah, it's good
yeah,
cheese. It's good tasting cheese.
yeah. No, I also feel like it. I don't know. Maybe has like a little bit of a hopeful element too. I don't know. That's just kind of what I got out of it.
Well, yeah, I mean it's like yeah, it definitely is that, but it definitely is like also the like depression immediately
Oh,
following the
yeah,
breakup. You know what I mean? Like just like, but yeah, I mean the end is like yeah, like the future's coming, like
yeah.
it'll get better, but
Just got a vibe for now.
right now it's like
Yeah, no, just kind of.
yeah, no, this is definitely my favorite song on the album, tied with The Next Boy.
Yeah. Speaking of the next boy, eventually, I like this one a lot too. I was like, wow, it's also nice. Like, I think maybe, I don't know if I'd say it's the best track, like, as far as vocals go, but, like, it's definitely, like something that stood out to me on first listen, and going back second time, it's, like, pretty spicy as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just like that this song is like not very paced. It's not really a song to me. It's more of just like a
It's just kind of a,
yeah. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's kind of just like a
because you're going to sound stupid if you're like, it's an experience. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it kind of is though. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it ain't like Echoes where it's like, oh, I go to the moon and back like
Yeah.
upon listening to it. It's more just kind of like I am temporarily transported to land and then I come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I really like the lyrics on this one too. It's the
Oh yeah,
same type of vibe from before, but um, I just think the contrasting, like the super contrast between the verse and the chorus is really cool, especially because usually it's the other way around with these things. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
usually chorus is loud and verse is soft.
And then they just really said pranked.
Yeah, and I really like that. I also just think it fits so well, but also fits so bad that it makes the song really good.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's just kind of a weird creative choice. Ended up working out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like the that part's just so like,
Yeah,
know,
you just
like
kind of
just like opening up your soul and just like, you know.
yeah. I had to explain to my dad what a chakra was the other day. So I was like, oh yeah, open your like. He was like, okay, whatever. But this song really kind of does feel like, I don't know. This one, the head chakra is kind of just like for like a couple minutes and then comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Um, I also really just like the little, not even a minute long gossip after this.
I love gossip.
Yeah, gossip's really cool.
I think it's like really perfect and like I think it's grown because it's not like he knew The Less I Know The Better was gonna be as successful as it is. Even though, I mean, I'm sure he was like, yo, this is like a fucking nice one.
Just like,
But like,
like,
I think it's so cool that it's like over gossip pretty much in your head. You're just like, and now the one you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? And The Less I Know
like
The
the
Better.
preamble.
Yeah. It's like the waiting. It's like the loading server for an online game of The Less I Know The Better. You know what I mean? It's
What's the Monty Python?
yeah.
It just has like the Monty Python introduction.
Yeah. Pretty much that.
And one more thing I'll say about Gossip before we move on is like I like how Gossip just really gives the chance for like the synths to just like exist without vocals for a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kind of just be themselves. Like, I'll get to this later, but like I sometimes find the Tame Impala vocals to be like a little bit grating after a while. I shouldn't say grating. That's not the right word, but like I just kind of get tired of them after a while. But Gossip is kind of just like a nice break, and it also just lets the instruments kind of take the spot for a second before you get to the. Speaking of which, do you want to get to the?
Yeah.
First of all, what the fuck with this music video?
Oh, this music video is awesome.
I know, but like, what the fuck?
Monkey.
I know, it is too much monkey. It is like catastrophically toxic levels of monkey.
Monk.
If anybody hasn't seen it, and you like the movie Tarzan, you will get your fix of gorillas.
Monkey.
There will be no Phil Collins though, sadly, but oh well. Yeah, it's one of those songs like Smoke on the Water where like it's just been memed to death. So it's kind of weird to give it like legit criticism. And it's one of those songs I kind of think is just like, oh, it's pretty good. Like kind of thing. Just like how I think Smoke on the Water is pretty good. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
For me, I really like
Oh, and you're like covering something.
Oh. I really like the bass line.
Oh yeah, baseline slaps hard.
That part's really cool. But I honestly do get this is one of the songs that I just don't like as much on the album. Just because it's just like aside from that, it's like the rest of it's not that good.
Yeah, it does kind of feel a little awkward sometimes.
Like when it just gets like the oh my love, can't you see? And that's like the thing is that's also like the most like the biggest portion of the song is that part. And I just don't really like that part. Yeah,
you usually want your bridges to be kind of like big or at least significant, and this one just kind of is like let's just take the lowest octave off the entire mix and just let it go, and see what we're left with. Not playing a note above like C3, just to like you have only this much of the piano to work with, and this is like gone. When this is like some of the most essential shit in the album, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like eclipsing my head. Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. Anything else to say about that one? Like, if you haven't heard this one, have you been living under a rock? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You live in Kuwait.
Do you want to talk about Past Life?
Yeah. I love this one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I honestly kind of imagined like
we're doing Currents by Tame Impala, Sav.
Yeah, I almost like imagine that like the gorilla from the Less I Know the Better music video, like, is the one doing the like the vocals and stuff and like the intro and the verses.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's just kind of like what came to mind immediately. I was like, that's kind of cool. Yeah. And I give the song credit. I haven't heard that done. That's something that congratulations, you did something new. It's hard to do that these days. But yeah, I don't know. I like this. I like it. It's kind of weird. Like the chorus is like not that many words, but like it weirdly fits.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you shaking?
do not care at all.
Sweet.
Yeah, I
I don't
really like this one. I mean, literally, this one's literally just the fucking chorus. It goes so hard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, it was my lover from a past life, from a, and it's just like, and it's just like,
From up. Yeah, no, it has like
especially,
a lot of
it's,
weird bass drops. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
especially if you listen to this song in a car, like at night.
That's on my bucket list.
It's really good.
That's on my bucket list. Like honestly, like listening to half of these songs was really like feel like I have to listen to these in a car to get like.
Yeah, no, this album is like way better listened to in the car at night.
Mm-hmm.
Really, because then, you know, when you listen to music in a car, you're just like engulfed in like this box of music. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like it's
quite
just
literally
all
a music
around you.
box, if you will.
Yeah, and this one, like the more, well, I just think the more like fully submersed you can be in this album, the better it is, because it's just very sonically impressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you listen to this in the car at night, it's very nice, very nice, very cool American style music.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's
Disciple,
Australian, but yeah,
Disciples.
I hate Disciples with a passion.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I was
Yeah,
gonna
fucking
kind of
shit
just like it's
song.
one of the songs where I was like, eh.
Yeah, it's a shit song. It's so annoying. It's only like 2 minutes long, but it's already too long.
Yeah, that was something weird. I was like checking the time. I'm like, is this like just over 2 minutes, and it feels like 4.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean? Like it
it's
was
not good.
kind of weird. I was like, I don't know why of all the songs he decided to make this one have a music video, but
Yeah, I don't. Well, most of the songs on this album have music videos.
I know, but like, you couldn't have picked like another. Like, Yes, I'm Changing doesn't have one, does it?
No, I don't think so.
Why
I
couldn't?
don't think Love Paranoia has one,
Yeah. Well,
which would be a good one,
yeah, that would be. Anyway,
or eventually.
yeah.
That'd be a good one.
But Disciples is just kind of like an track.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's like
I think it's
I
actually
almost wish it was
bad.
faster.
Huh?
I almost like wish it was faster, and maybe that would have made it better. But like, I don't know.
No, I just.
It's
Well, I
just
think this
like
is
a
when
rotten
the
idea to
vocals,
begin with.
like this is when the vocals are literally like fucking a cat scratching you. Yeah. Well, because I mean, I totally understand, and I think it's just because I am like a falsetto singer a lot, like not always, but like a
A
lot,
good deal.
that I appreciate Tame Impala sounds, but also it's not necessarily real, so that makes me sad. It's
Yeah.
like because there's just so much fucking effects on his vocals, and it just kind of makes me upset, you know?
Yeah.
Like I understand reverb and like a little bit of chorus and stuff, like just to like for your voice to mix with like a record, because everyone's voice is edited on record just to make it fit in the mix. But like when you add things to change it, that's when I kind of get annoyed, you know.
Yeah. Like
And this is when at the point where it's like, all right, come on, like
it just gets to be yeah.
first off, this is out of your range now, like even it's out of his falsetto range, and it's just like shit. Not to mention that the like the pathetic little synthesizer lines, like
Yeah. Like
it's just
come
it's just
on,
a
dude.
shit song.
I honestly don't think "Cause I'm a Man" is that much better.
Oh god damn it, you're wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those songs where I was just kind of like, eh.
Well, no, this song's really fucking good, dude.
Okay, I'll give it another chance at your.
Well, do you know what it's about? I mean, it doesn't really. I think it does make it a little better when you know you know what it's about, right?
No.
So, so basically, it's like rationalizing, like it's either there's two ways to it. It's either rationalizing cheating because you're a man, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're really like, well, I just like it. lyrically if it's that, because it's like this really pretty, like really like dainty and like beautiful song about a guy just being like, yeah, I fucking cheated on you. You know what I mean? But then, because that's usually not what happens. You know what I mean? Usually songs
Yeah.
like that, or it's like,
Usually it's
you know
like,
what, fuck
baby, I'm
this
trying to
bitch,
be
now
better.
she has a kid. You know what I mean? Like that's usually what cheating songs are like. But this one's like all pretty, and I think it's kind of cool. But then there's another one that's just like, just kind of like the opposite, like, or just kind of about being a man in general. You know what I mean? About how it's just listen to the lyric or read the lyrics and listen to the song. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll give it another chance.
Yeah, I mean, I just really like this song because it's really like soul, like it's like soul kind of. It's kind of in that area.
Yeah, it has some of those elements. I don't know if I'd.
And
Yeah, I guess you're right.
it's just like a good slow dance. You know what I mean? Um, but I really can, because a lot of people do say it, and I get it. Like a lot of people get put off by the vocals again in this one because it is a little too high for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do really like this song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty sweet. Reality in motion.
Meh.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those songs where I feel like I might need to give it another chance as well. Because there's like some cool things. Like I thought the bridge was kind of a cool section. I think the outro was annoying, but like parts in like the beginning of the song, I kind of think that I should deserve another bit of a visit. Because I can tell there's something there, but I just kind of don't have it yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have anything to say about it, or?
I just don't. I just think it's kind of filler. You know,
Yeah, I get the vibe.
it's not really doing anything, contributing anything. Especially because well, like, because I'm a man to me, and to a lot of other people, is like a like the late centerpiece of the album. Because there's this whole narrative of like in this album of like the breakup, and then eventually, and then like the less I know, the better is like seeing that person that you just broke up with, like that you decided to break up with now with another person, and now it's like fuck, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, like, because I'm a man, it's like the opposite of that. It's like, well, you know what, actually, like, you know.
I can vibe. Yeah.
So that, and then New Person, Same Old Mistakes kind of ends the whole like story of this album. But Reality in Motion just kind of like,
It doesn't even contribute much story wise, kind of
yeah,
thing.
it's like the falling action of like of comedy movie where it's just kind of like not funny.
Oh yeah, where they do that thing where they try to like pull the serious moment where it's like, I'm sorry I lied, like on the
Yeah.
phone. And
Or
you know that
yeah.
Zach Galifianakis is gonna like slip on a banana peel at the end of the movie.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's like comedy movies are so fucking funny at the beginning, and then they're just like not.
Yeah, there comes like a 10 to 15 minute period, like 4/5 of the way in where it just stops being funny for a little bit, and then it's
Yeah.
like finally allowed. I know exactly what you mean.
And that's what Reality in Motion is. Because it's just like, it's like you're still listening to the album, and you're still like, yeah, cool. But it's just like, all right, next part. But I do like that. There's no one else around you. That one part is really cool.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the ending of this song.
Really?
And it just like keeps like skipping back.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like that's something that can kind of be cool. It would be cooler, I think, if it was shorter.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know.
The only thing.
That's my take.
The only ending of a song that's very long and repetitive that I think will ever actually be good is the end of I Want You, She's So Heavy.
What about the chain? I thought you were gonna say the chain, and then you were like, "Oh, I want you." Oh, like where it just like drones on and on.
Down, 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 down.
Yeah, like that's it. I wish the chain was longer to be honest, but
Mm.
like yeah, yeah.
That part is 3 minutes long.
Yeah, that's like almost half the song is the outro.
Yeah, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
But
no, that's
we'll review Abbey Chode later.
yeah. You want to do it next week? Honestly, I'm down.
I'm down.
All right, sweet. Let's do that then. Abby Chode. Yeah.
But yeah, Love Paranoia.
Huh?
Love Paranoia.
This one goes hard.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This one goes hard. I gotta be honest. I am looking forward to listening to some of these songs in a car later.
Yeah.
This is one of them. I am so excited to hear those bass drops in like actual stereophonic music box territory.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be sick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know about it.
Yeah. Like an arrow. Just
Yeah.
that part's
cool.
really good. And then it kind of just is like the same thing the whole time, which is fine. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, and it's 3 minutes. It's not like it's not like the next track where
it doesn't outstay its welcome. The only thing that I think is this song is kind of lazy in its lyrical content, or like good lyrical content, but it's lyrical like delivery.
Yeah, like it's executed. Yeah.
There's no thought to where he's putting the lyrics or the melody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like all this music going, and him just at any point just deciding to sing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because you decide to feature one aspect of the music doesn't mean you can neglect the others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but the ooh, I'd be fine, I'd be normal. That part's really good, and the end is really, really good.
yeah, that ending.
And read the lyrics to this one too. This is good.
Okay.
But yeah, suddenly I'm a phony one, the only one with a problem. That part, and then do you remember the time we were by the ocean and there's that one little like violin?
Yeah, that was cool.
The guitar,
that was
cool. That part's really.
I picked up on that part. I was like, oh, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, and it's just like really sad, and also like that, like you remember we were by the ocean. It's like super fucking cliche, but it's still like, because this album is pretty like breakup albumy. It's it's just like so, because like everyone's like, oh, that's so cheesy, like the ocean, but like every couple like or every person like always is like, oh, I want to be like by the ocean with my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So like just like that like nostalgia or like that like regret looking back on that moment, it's pretty good. And then when this like the sad strings, it's just like
Exactamente.
yeah.
New person, same old mistakes. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this bass line goes even harder than anything else. And the bass on this album is pretty good. So like this having the best bass on the album is kind of like it's not just like the best on the album. It's like this is like kind of like a contender for top 100 bass lines. You know what I mean? Like I love it.
I much prefer Rihanna's version of this song.
Yeah, I was going to say that I remember when I first listened to this, I was like, oh, this is that song that Kobe always played the Rihanna cover of.
Yeah. Just because I think it just works way better with her.
Yeah, you kind of lose some of the power when he's like in not necessarily the lower falsetto parts, but the higher falsetto parts kind of just hit a punch.
Well, yeah, because when Rihanna sings that part, it's so fucking good.
And that's like right in like the belty range.
Yeah, that's
her.
it. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So that's gonna be solid, like regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I mean the fact that this song can be pretty long, and look at the comments.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. The fact that you know who that is, right?
No, actually.
It's Vishnu.
Oh, that's Vishnu. Hello, how are you?
Yeah. Yeah, she's good. She likes Tame Impala a lot. So.
Yeah.
She actually doesn't like Tame Impala that much. She just likes this album a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know how like there's like the '60s like rock song, like she doesn't like any of that. She just likes this one. But yeah, just the fact that like this song can be the consistent bass line without like anything else, is really good. And then the B section, which is the only other section of the song, is very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this song's a slapper, and the song's also a driving boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, just find the time that you can drive for like 40 something minutes and just listen to the whole album. It's pretty good.
Mm.
Just minus the ones that are shit.
Yeah, just minus like Disciples and crap. What is it called?
Reality in Motion. You can skip the moment too.
Yeah. It's just like there's a few spots where you can just kind of be like, and just move.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to move on to the categories?
Yeah.
Musicianship, which I found out is actually how they used to pronounce it before. Like, it used to be musician in like every other English except modern English, which is like kind of crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, I was at Westminster like 2 days ago.
Oh, what for?
Me and Becca just went to Princeton for the day.
Sweet.
So I just drove.
Wait, 2 days ago?
A couple of days ago. Thursday, Wednesday.
Oh, I was gonna say I was in the area on Saturday.
Oh yeah. No, we went on Thursday.
Oh, rats. But
Restaurant.
yeah, no, it's cool. I'm looking forward to starting school again in like a week. But yeah, musicianship. So as usual with like these projects where it's just kind of like one guy doing everything, kind of like the same deal with like Gorillaz. It's like you always have to admire that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not really an album that shows off musicianship, but that's not what he's going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more of just like, look what I can do with all of my toys.
Yes, exactly. It's like, wow, let me envelop you in my warm synthesizer.
Like this is my Moog Etherwave VX44P, and this is my Moog Poopy Wave Shit Dick Fart, and you know what I mean? Like here's a bunch of samples of all this shit I can do.
My Andre 3000.
And then every song is also going to be followed by this drum beat that I had that is literally just or like and that's just the album, yeah. But it's good.
That's like me talking about anything with Oasis, because I always just bring up how every Oasis song just
Yeah.
like that's all of them. Not a single one isn't that.
Yeah.
Anyway, production stuff.
I mean, this album has like the best production of like any album I've really listened to.
See, I feel like yes, all the instruments and like synths and stuff sound good, but are they mixed well sometimes? I don't know. Like there's a few questionable production choices, like adding so many just effects onto the vocals, and I know it's kind of the sound, but like it kind of gets a little bit it can just be a bit much, especially when you're trying to listen for lyrics and stuff.
Oh yeah,
you
can't make out the lyrics in this album at
yeah,
all.
you're just kind of like, it just kind of is like, like it just kind of dips in and out, and you're not exactly sure like what's going on. The vocals are just kind of a thing that's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of wish that they were like maybe made a little bit more heteronormative, if I'm gonna use that word. And I guess like sometimes some of the synths, like maybe they should have taken like some of the treble off in a few spots. Like I remember just kind of some of them sounded a little bit like too bright for my taste. Which that sounds like such a stupid nerdy ass criticism, but like it's just how I feel. I'm sorry. But
I mean, I still think this album is
drums
really
slap hard.
Yeah, I still think this album's really produced very well.
Yeah,
bass and drums, obviously specifically bass and drums, but I mean a lot of the synths are really good, and also just like the space that's created by the production. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's so deep. There's so much depth. You know what I mean?
yeah. You can just go to another realm.
But
but
There definitely are a couple moments where it just kind of gets lost in too many buttons pushed. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. It's like I layer on carpet and then another carpet, then yeah, I don't know. Lyrics?
Lyrics are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Not anything super innovative, but they're effective.
Yeah, I can't add anything to that. Um, Songwriting?
Hello. Hi, Lauren.
Songwriting is good. It's not again anything really special, but it is good.
It's more meant to take like a backseat to the production and vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely not like the main course that you're wanting
Yeah,
or
yeah.
listening for.
It's I don't know. There's a few like really cool moments, but other than that, I wouldn't say like I would say study this album if you're like more into music production, but not necessarily if you're like into songwriting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't have cool moments, but it's just kind of not exactly the focus. Um, Rating?
Rating. Well, I mean, with everything involved, I mean, there's a lot of weak points on the album. There's also a lot of very strong points.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of just give it a 5.
5.
Is that unusually low?
No, I'd give it. I was gonna say like 6.5.
Okay. Do you want to meet in the middle and call it a 6?
Yeah.
Because I honestly feel like if I go back and go to like some more things, and especially in a car setting, like I will probably enjoy it more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tame Impala, Shroomance, 6 out of 10. It's a pretty shroomy album. We'll catch you next week for Abbey Road.
The rooms.